back. Another day, another vlog. Great to see you all again on this Monday. Hope you're well. I thought I'd bring you out for a bit of a sunrise walk here in the Pilbara. Not too bad at all. Nice little glow to it this morning. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're all happy, safe and okay. If you haven't already had a chance, get over and see our Margaret River, well, the Margaret River video that went up Friday night. Pretty cool, gorgeous spot. I've had a chance to get in there a few times and it's, yeah, amazing. Wineries, food, surfing if you're surfing, photography, caves, everything you can imagine in Margaret River. It is a bit of a hike. It's about 4 hours drive, I guess. Once to get down there, sort of once you get past Bunbury it sort of starts. But it's an amazing spot, and you definitely won't go wrong by going down there. So go check that out. It's a good video. I think I got some really nice shots out of it. I even put a composition in there at the end. A little bit of fun, I thought, and test out my Photoshop skills to see how far I've come in the last, I guess, year since I've started using it. And I think it'd come up pretty good. See if you notice which one it is, and drop a comment below on the video and let us know which one you reckon it was that I had a bit of fun with. So, yeah, very, very cool. Oh. Other than that, yeah, I've started on the new video. It's a bit of a nightscapes, sort of an astro at Trig Beach from a while ago. Done all the photos. The photos I'm already ahead. I didn't have too many photos. It was a good little test. It's my first attempt with the 1DS Mark II camera that I bought a little while ago. So we got that one and been meaning to get out. I've got a lens for it. It's only a 28 to 80. It's a pretty average lens. I think I've been pretty spoiled with that Sigma 16mm. That's pretty amazing. Even the other M lenses I think were a lot better than that 28 to 80. It's not the best lens you could ever imagine, but it's a zoom. It does the job. It's a great one to start. I'm looking at trying to get one now, something a little bit wider or a decent sort of a zoom, but they're not cheap. Once you get into that EF range, you're looking at, or most lenses are going to be worth double what the camera's worth. So yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, that one, but I'm constantly on eBay checking it out and see what I can find. If I could get I'm hopeful I can get a little 15mm Canon EF. That'd be pretty cool, because then I can use that on the M50, which will be pretty darn sweet. So that'll give me a little bit of something to play with, and yeah, that'll work out well. But what do you think about this video camera, the Canon? I think it's been going pretty well, actually. The image that's coming out, that's going up for the daily vlogs, I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks, and I think it's looking pretty darn good. Yeah, it's heaps lighter than carrying a second camera when you're going out and doing a hike and stuff. It's video, so I get an hour and a half. I can just record straight and not have to worry about 30-minute record times. As I said, it's tiny, it's small, weighs nothing, so it's awesome for hiking. Weather resistance, obviously, they're pretty much the same as the other ones. Batteries, 2 batteries, pretty cheap, pretty easy to sort of maintain and sort of get around. So yeah, I think it works out well. I think it's going really well. The little Rode wireless go punches straight into it, which is what we're on now. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed, actually. I think it was a good little deal. I think it's definitely worth something to look at. I don't think you have to have that second expensive camera to go around a video yourself. I think you could definitely look at the option of a little handy cam. I can't really see. I mean, you'd have to go way up into the $3,000 to $4,000 bracket to get something as good. This has got inbuilt optical stabilization, so this is a good little test for that. That's really what I wanted to suss out today, see how good it was with low light and how good the stabilization is. So we'll see when it gets back. I'm just running on the little Joby, nothing else, no gimbals, no nothing. We'll see if it's any good. Other than that, Got me little Danas on, Dana boots are on, my orange laces. Nice little walk, a bit of a stroll after work, bit of exercise is always good. And yeah, a bit of news. I've got a bit of stuff here, so let's get through the news. Rightio, the Xiaomi Mi10 is due to come out. It's going to be a bit of a killer. It's a bit of a spec king, 700 US for a top of the range phone. It's going to be a pretty big deal. I think you'll find there's going to be a lot of, if you're an Android user, you definitely want to have a look at this one. I think it's going to be comparable to your current range of your S20s. It doesn't have the Snapdragon Plus series, the 865 Plus, but it does have the 865. So for 700 bucks, you're getting a lot. It's a 6.67 inch, 45 megapixel camera, 8 to 16 gigabyte of RAM. So that's pretty darn good. So you do have the options there. 4500 milliamp battery, so it's got the big battery, which is pretty cool. And it's running Android 10, OLED screen, 128 to 512 gigabytes of storage, so you've got no dramas sort of storage wise. And as I said, it's got the 865 Snapdragon, it's running 5G. Like for that money, it's about $1,000 Australian. I don't think you can find a camera comparable to it. It's pretty darn good. Should be available for sale on August the 16th. Whether that's in Australia, you might have to shop overseas to get it, but I think you'll definitely get it. No dramas at all. And like I said, the specs are just amazing. There's even a transparent edition, so that's where the back of the case is sort of a clear plastic instead of a solid gradient plastic, so you can see like the internals and see the charging point. Speaking of charging, it has wireless charging, fast charging. I think that is the 50 watt, and it takes 40 minutes to get 100% wireless, so that's pretty darn amazing. Normal charging is insane too, 120 watts of normal charging, and that'll get you 100% of battery in 23 minutes, which is just bloody ridiculous. The charging's huge this year. Every new phone has been super, super quick. It'll be interesting to see what the iPhone 12 actually charges like. They were bringing out a 20 watt charger, which is nowhere near what these other things are doing. So definitely an interesting point to think about when you're looking at a phone, I guess, is that how quickly it can charge. 120 hertz display as well too. So it's like feature wise, it's better than the current sort of iPhones and stuff, so like very, very cool, I think. Gorilla Glass as well. It's not that new Gorilla Glass that just came out on the S20 Note, but it still does have the Gorilla Glass, so it's definitely going to be like, it's just a great all-round package. The only one spec that's probably lower than the current stuff is a Snapdragon, but it's a Snapdragon 865. I mean, all the other things that have come out that are probably comparable don't even have a Snapdragon in it. So look, it's going to be a good phone if you're an Android user and you are looking for something new, a different option, but you don't want to spend 11, 12, 1500 US or $2,000 Australian for us suckers in Australia. Well, then this is definitely something to have a look at. Xiaomi Mi10. They have announced it, and it should be going on sale on August the 16th. Go check that one out. Definitely worthwhile. You'll see a photo. I'll see if I can get the transparent one on the thumbnail to sort of give you a good idea of what it looks like. And it looks like a really nice phone, so definitely hard to beat. Epic Games. So Epic Games, you probably might not have heard of them, but you would have heard of Fortnite, probably one of the biggest games on the planet. Ninja, all those Tfue, all the big boys. That's the $6 million or whatever it was for the world champion. That Fortnite. It is suing Apple and Google for 30% cut they take in the App Store to get their game. So basically, every time you go buy an app, just say it's $2. So 30%, that's going to be 60 cents is going to go to Apple or Google, and then the rest would go to Epic Games that have built it, designed it, paid for it, all that sort of stuff. So they're not happy about that. Obviously, you can buy it online for PC stuff, so you don't need these app stores. But these app stores, I guess, not hold for ransom. They're just an expensive way to charge for their service. They supply a service, and that's their charge. And well, Fortnite's fighting back about this charge, and they think it's pretty exy. Whether it is or not, I guess you sort of got to weigh up those options, but they are smashing them. It's on for young and old in that regards, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. It's a massive, big companies against big companies, and it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Starlink. Well, I've talked about Starlink. I'm a big fan. I've signed up. I'd love to be a beta tester. I've said to you before, they're beta testing in Canada already. They are getting the data tests. We've got some data tests back from them. They're getting download speeds between 11 and 60 megabytes a second. Now, the guys in the States were like, oh, geez, that's pretty average. It's not too bad of a start, I guess. And I'm just sitting there going, sorry about that. Yeah, 11 to 60, that's friggin' amazing for Australia. If you get 60 megabytes, you're paying extra for high-speed internet here. So like that's direct from a satellite in the middle of nowhere. You can have 60 megabytes a second download. That's cool. Nothing about the upload speeds, but look, this is beta testing. It's the first test they're doing. It's pretty interesting to see how this works. It's going to go beyond. I think it's going to start in opening up early next year, and the end of this year you'll see it as basically on sale and everyone can use it. So like, yeah, bring on that 60 meg. I'll take that on my phone out here in the bush. No more Telstra. Be super stoked. So yeah, go Starlink. That's pretty cool news. I think won't be long. Motorola September 9th event. The new flip phone's coming out. The Motorola Razr 2 will be coming out. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they play this, because the first one, well, I don't know why, but it's probably because I'm an old bastard, but it seemed to bomb. It didn't sell anywhere near what I thought it was going to be. It's a high quality as far as flip phones or folds. I actually thought it was the best form and function of the lot compared to the Samsung Fold and all that. But I guess people are used to, they're in that, if they're a Samsung person, they're used to Samsung. You've got to convince them somehow to jump ship from Samsung to Motorola. And a lot of these young guys and girls would probably just be going, well, who the hell's Motorola? And don't understand where they come from and that they're a high quality company. So be interesting to see how it goes. I think they need this one to succeed, and the sort of if they're going to stay in that premium range, otherwise they might have to drop the quality a bit to save the coin. So September 9th, we'll see that event. I'll keep you updated. Obviously, once it comes out, we'll let you know about the release and what's in it and what's it going to do. Hopefully it's a better run this time. Never know. And Samyang, iPhone. We'll go iPhone first. We've talked about it a few times, they have talked about it, how there was going to be split models with the 5G, and they're only going to have the base models weren't going to have 5G. That was going to all be rolled out next year. Well, new rumours out today, from boys over at Lou later, that the iPhone 12 is the whole range is going to have 5G. So yeah, pretty cool. Every phone released this year will have that 5G, so that's really good news, and sort of a bit more value for your money, I guess. It's they're expensive phones, and I don't think they're going to drop their price, even though most of the other competition is dropping their price this year. I think Apple is fighting back at that, and I think they're still going to charge that premium range of phones. So they're not going to. I think this is their way of sort of smoothing over the fact that you're going to probably pay a little bit more than other companies. So good. Doesn't really, it's not much of a carrot, because 5G is still really not anywhere, especially here in Australia. It's only probably a couple of streets and in the major cities that you can sort of get it anyway. But if it sort of gives you any benefit, in our old 4G systems. Well, hopefully it does. That will be good. And yeah, well, at least you'll have it and you'll be prepared and you're not going to have to pay extra or anything like that. It's basically going to come even in the cheap model, which should be around about the $800 to $1,000 mark. I think that's going to still have it. So that's still, at least that's one benefit, I guess, out of it. So pretty good news for us Apple guys. We're not going to have to wait another year for it. And then last but not least, Samyang lenses have just announced over on Canon Rumours, I've seen it, new Cine Primes. So some new, if you're doing a lot of video and you need you don't want to pay the ends of the earth to get a good lens, well, you can go over and see Samyang. They've got, I think it's 4 new lenses, 24, a 35, a 50 and an 85, all are 1.5s. No costs that I could see in there, but I'm sure they're good lenses. Those Samyangs are actually pretty well renowned for being decent lenses, so I think they'll be pretty darn cool. Well, yeah, I can put that book down. Oh, it's hard work. I don't know how those boys walk around with us all day. And that's about it. Another day, another vlog done and dusted. A bit of the Pilbara. The sun's about up, just about to come over the mountain. So I'll get up here where I'm walking, and you might be able to see a little bit of that colour. I know that'd be a good way to finish the day, or start the day. It's a better way to put it. Start our day with a bit of news and a little bit of a nice Pilbara sunrise. I can't offer any more than that. Righto, guys. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all well. I will see you all again tomorrow for another dose. I may be inside. See how this one turns out. Anyway, something different. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoy that little bit of Pilbara. There you go. Pilbara sunrise. When you need a holiday, there you go. If it's cold where you are, just sing of the sun, and then you'll be here. Righto, guys, thanks for stopping by. Whether you're going this way, that way, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.